There's a very common misconception that cybersecurity breaches to your building systems don't have negative consequences. I'll hear things like, our tenants aren't running any critical operations, so what's the worst that can happen? A few hot and cold complaints. That couldn't be further away from the truth. Let me explain by providing a few potential scenarios. A building automation system that gets locked down by a ransomware that doesn't have comprehensive backups that include configuration files down to the controller level could easily cost 6 figures to rebuild. Another example could be a disgruntled employee from one of your vendors who was let go and still has access to your building systems. They could easily come in and do some serious damage to your equipment. And lastly, depending on how your building systems are connected and what the network looks like, they could be used as a gateway to infiltrate your core enterprise network, which obviously can have serious consequences. These are only a few examples of the potential consequences of a cybersecurity breach to your building systems. Hot and cold complaints are the least of your worries. If you'd like to learn more about how intelligent buildings can comprehensively protect your building systems and provide you the outcome of cybersecurity and improved risk posture, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to chat with you.
The landscape of securing building system networks is changing. Traditional approaches to network security are no longer sufficient to protect valuable assets and sensitive data. As commercial real estate businesses embrace digital transformation and rely heavily on interconnected systems, Zero Trust networks have emerged as a highly secure and rapid deployment solution spanning building systems and portfolios. Operating on a concept of never trust and always verify, Zero Trust networks require prearranged trust between people and devices, each possessing unique cryptographic identities. The process involves authenticating and authorizing every user and device attempting to access the network, regardless of location. Trust is verified every time there's an attempt at making a connection. By implementing Zero Trust networks, commercial real estate organizations can enhance their network security goals, minimize the risk of breaches, and protect against sophisticated cyber threats. Contact Intelligent Buildings for a deeper dive into the outcomes surrounding Zero Trust network implementation and explore their value in building secure building systems networks.
Let's talk about cyber insurance and 4 steps you need to take to improve the cybersecurity posture of your building systems across your portfolio. So what's new with cyber insurance? At Intelligent Buildings, we consulted with several insurance carriers and aggregators, learned that in many cases, real estate owners could be self-insuring their building systems against cyber attacks unknowingly. Here are 4 steps we recommend you take immediately. Number 1, inventory. Get an inventory of all the building systems you're looking to protect. This can be sped up with automation. Number 2, assessments. Start conducting cybersecurity assessments to baseline where you're at against industry standards. Number 3, cybersecurity controls. Start implementing cybersecurity controls, such as having a cybersecurity policy for all your vendors, or having a robust disaster recovery plan, which includes system backups with their configuration files. And lastly, consult your licensed insurance provider to understand the inclusions and exclusions in your policy. Looking forward to seeing you at the next IB Minute. Cybersecurity incidents in the built environment are on the rise. The recent hacks to hospitals have been all over the news, for example. But in reality, this is happening throughout all of the asset classes, and it will continue to do so. And building systems are especially vulnerable. And that's due to their long life cycles, the fragmented vendor and service provider environment in which they're managed, and lack of clarity around governance, policy, and oversight of these systems. And one thing people often fail to realize are the serious consequences a cyber breach to building systems can have. It has a direct impact on real estate availability and purpose, capital and operating expenses, tenant experience, and potentially even tenant safety. So you might be asking, okay, where do I start? What do I do with this information? And the answer is simple. It's with a cybersecurity assessment. A cybersecurity assessment is a fast, cost-effective way to begin your cybersecurity journey, assess your vulnerabilities, and often a great tool to begin the discussion amongst your executive teams. If you'd like to learn more about Intelligent Buildings cybersecurity assessments or our remote cybersecurity assessments, click on the link above And as always, don't hesitate to reach out.